Yeah, man, every time I thought I loved a guy, I didn't love him. I just really needed him to love me. I didn't love him. I didn't even know him because I didn't even see the whole him, right? You can't love someone that you can't see all of them, right? You can fall in love with the delusion. You can fall in love with the fantasy. But like my ex, I did not love my violent ex. I was trauma bonded to him. I thought I could fix him. I felt needed by him. I loved what it felt like to like be able to do stuff with a man because I'd been single my whole life, you know? When you fall in love at the first time at the age of 36, which I now realize was not love at all. Nothing about that relationship was love. That was my attempt to love and to let in love, but what it actually was not love. It was trauma looking for a fifth or sixth or seventh act, unresolved trauma, you know, daddy issues, former abuse issues from a whole list of men. It was feeling important to a man for the first time. After not ever messing with him, I was like, wow, this feels nice to feel important. But then I realized I don't really like feeling like his mom. I might as well carry a diaper bag because what's in my bag is to feed the baby, to quiet the baby, pacify the baby with an Amazon Kindle or cigarettes or whatever it is to calm him down when he gets upset. That's not love. If it's my child, that's love. But with a man, that's not love. No men deserve unconditional love, and yet they keep thinking that they are entitled to it. What? No, your love is conditional. If you stop treating me with respect, if you stop valuing me, if you stop treating me really well, you don't get this anymore. Those are the conditions. Them's the rules, right? And so what I thought was love was me making excuses for this man, me refusing to look at the writing on the wall that he is a dangerous person, that he comes from a violent background that he has never once gotten help with, that he has major anger issues, that he's actually literally wants to trap me and even admitted to it by knocking me up, by fattening me up so that no man would want me, by trapping me with a dog when he couldn't get me knocked up, which I had to then rehome because, you know, all I wanted in my life was a dog. Never a baby, only a dog. So, you know, he readjusted how to trap me. But this man never loved me. It doesn't matter how amazing he was at eating my... That's not love. That is literally being really good at eating so that she will fall for you and not look at the rest of you, which sucks. And when it came to breadcrumb guy, I realized I'm not falling in love with this guy. I am just deeply addicted to this cat and mouse crap. I'm reliving childhood trauma. I'm hoping if this one man who has shown me from the very beginning is not interested in me, if he'll just change his mind, then I won't need my dad to come back from the grave and be like, you know what? I actually loved you after all. You know what I mean? None of these men could heal. What I really wanted was to be loved by a man and feel safe with a man. None of them did that for me. Because even that one boyfriend that was somewhat healthy in the beginning, he wasn't working on himself. He didn't have any friends, which is why I ended up writing that article, Men Have No Friends and Women Bear the Burden, and realized after writing that article, wow, this is a big deal for lots of women. He refused to go to therapy. He refused to get help. He refused to deal with the fact that being abused by your mother might set you up for a terrible pattern in relationships, no matter how much you think you love a woman. I mean, it should have been, you know, a dead giveaway when he told me he loved me on day 3. But he's also French, you know? But that man never loved me. He thought he loved me. He did not love me. He loved what I did for him. He loved how he felt with me. But I didn't love him either. He even called me on it. He was like, I don't think you actually love me. I think that you love how I treat you. And I was like, yeah. Because I didn't respect him. I don't respect a man who's not working on himself. So even that wasn't love. Do you know what I mean? Until I actually experienced being seen and valued and poured into and accepted and for everything that I am and have zero power dynamics or any of that crap that seems to make its way into cishet couples, I did not even know what love felt like, except for women. My best friend Liz showed me how to truly love another person, that it requires hard conversation, that it requires ongoing effort, mutual respect, being able to be called out on and call them out on, right? And that's when I met my husband, now husband, I was like, oh my God, this is like being with my best friend Liz. This is easy. It's comfortable. It's not exciting. I thought love was romance and excitement and butterfly and googly eyes and oh, that's not been my experience. Every time I was those things, it's usually a trauma response. Usually my nervous system being like, or me getting a fix. I swear, I think relationships can be just as addictive as anything else. And as somebody who, is recovered from an addiction, I realized that I was doing the same stuff in the relationships. And it scared the crap out of me, honestly. It wasn't about love. It was about trying so badly to feel something, to find something in myself, to feel alive, to be a part of something. But the thing is if you're not constantly working on yourself, I'll never fully love myself. I will always hate myself more than anyone could ever hate me. But I act like I love myself, and generally I do. But, it's an ongoing process. But I pour into myself, and I try my best to treat myself like someone who does love herself, even when I don't, because otherwise I'm going to put that on someone else or chase after something to numb myself. So usually I would chase after something to numb myself, which is why I was like a climber and an adrenaline junkie, just keep getting high off that so you don't have to sit still with the emptiness and the sadness and the grief and all that trauma. And I think this is why so many women are leaving their husbands, because they're starting to realize that no matter what their husbands say, they can say, I love you 5 times a day. But if they treat them subhuman, if they don't even know what color their eyes are, or don't, if they don't even know that woman, they just see her for what she does for him, how she makes him feel, how she adds value to his life, all that free labor she does, she's going to start to realize he doesn't love her because he doesn't even see her. But the really messed up thing is a lot of times, she's like me, she's going to realize that actually maybe she never loved him either. Or she tried her best, but that really wasn't love. It was a whole lot of other things. It was an attempt at love. But in the end, it actually wasn't love on her end either. Because you can't love someone that you don't see. And if you don't see the parts of a man that are exploiting you and treating you like crap and don't really respect you, you're not seeing him. So you can't really love him. And that realization, it's so hard. That's a hard pill to swallow.